Well, hello, welcome to our Amplified Life. You can see Amy and I are here side by side. So, we're going to have a conversation today, and we wanted to talk about hostess benefits with cabi because we're just coming off of sample sales, and that's really the time of the year where you can get cabi on sale. So hopefully you've checked our sample sale links. If not, we can leave them in the description again here. There may be some fun things for you to grab, but our hostesses get really well rewarded for gathering their girlfriends and just having a nice girlfriend time where we come in and talk about the trends for the season, give you all the lowdown on what accessories and shoes and some makeup trends, things like that. We just give you as much information as we possibly can because we want you looking amazing, right? That's what it's all about. And so today we wanted to just share a little bit more in detail about our hostess benefits and the things that are available to you. Now, these can be in person where you gather your girlfriends and we come to you in person, or we have a virtual option. So if you prefer to do that, we've got a gorgeous front row platform that it looks like you're on the front row of our fashion show. So it's a really great, I guess, I don't think it's a replacement for an in-person show, but it's a great way to get together with your girlfriends if you live at a distance. I've got a lot of ladies that live in several different states, and it's fun to get them all together at one time and we can all communicate. And I don't know, Amy, I just think it's such a fun platform to be able to get on if we can't get together in person. How about you?
Well, it's like online shopping on steroids because yes, you can get everybody shops online. I don't know why they feel like cabi is different when they shop online. I think because they're used to seeing, touching, feeling, and trying on. However, if you can't see, touch, feel, and try on, at least you can see and watch the clothes movement on the models from the runway. We have all different sizes of models. And another option that I offer my clients is a Zoom only. So, like, if they would rather me present the collection and they can't get there, I'm happy to not use that platform and just have them get on Zoom and use cabi Tap as the guide as well. So we really have lots of different options, and it's still us as stylists, whether you're on the front row platform or on Zoom or whatever, we're walking you through the fit, the fabrications, what the design intent is, and of course, as Rebecca mentioned, the trends. So this is not ordering blank. This really is an educated opportunity to order clothes that really will update your wardrobe. So yeah, we're super, super excited. And the thing that I love about our hostess benefits the most is if you go out in the marketplace, you are never going to get anything 50% off unless it's 1 or 2 seasons old and it's on clearance. And so I think one of the biggest benefits of hosting is that you're getting a brand new, current, very, very on trend, and we keep them classy, right? So they continue to live. But you, as a hostess, you're getting that wardrobe at 50% off, brand new in the marketplace. You also get to share that with your friends. And this season, what I love is, I mean, cabi's 20 plus years old, and those are the benefits that have stayed. They have never taken them away. If anything, they've tried new things or they've added a perk here and there. And so that's what we really wanted to talk to you about today. Just to cover the basic hostess benefits that have not changed in the 20 plus years. For every $250 spent, you get one item discounted at 50% off. For every $500 spent, you get $15 deducted from your price. Now, what that basically amounts to is if you have a $1,000 show, they're giving you a bonus item. So you get 5 items discounted at 50% off and $30 deducted from your price. We call those cabi dollars. Now, the cool thing about this fall, and this is only good until August 31st, is that they are going to up the ante. So in the past, we always want you to get $1,000 show minimum because it's very doable. That's 5 friends ordering 2 items, a total of $250, right? So everybody can do that. Actually, 5 friends, 4 friends, I don't know, 4 friends ordering 2 items, that's $1,000 show. Now, if you add that 5th friend, you're going to get the perk because at $1,250 on a solo hosted show, so you're the only hostess, you will then earn an additional item at 65% off. And the coolest part about it is there's no restrictions on which item you want to order. So we have seen a sneak peek of this faux fur leopard coat. I guarantee the price point on that is not going to be one of our cheaper items. That would be a great one to use your 65% off item. The only thing that you need to know is that those items cannot be returned. So on that bonus perk, you need to make sure you like it, make sure it fits, because it is going to be a final sell with that 65% off discount. It's just the best way that Cabby can do that for you. Now, if you are major hostess, longtime clients, they all love Cabby, and a $3,000 show is no big deal for you to hit, you will actually get 1 item for free. So it's amazing, great perks. Now, I know a lot of you are co-hostesses and you like gathering friends together. So in order for you both to get the perks, then you will actually have to hit 2,250 for both of you to get an item at 65% off and a $5,000 show for both of you to get one free item. And that's because Cabby looks at a co-hostess where you're both gathering your own separate groups of friends, but maybe you don't want to have separate parties. So they're putting that equal responsibility for the benefits on both of you. And so it is important to know. One other thing that I think we should talk about, Rebecca, is that our hostesses have also always gotten a piece of jewelry at 50% off. And this season, you can also
They
choose
can
a
choose the
scarf.
scarf.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the jewelry or the scarf at 50% off as your jewelry. And the only difference between those is that the jewelry and the jewelry scarf and or that bonus item is use or lose at the time of the show. Am I correct in saying that? Yes. So
Yes.
you do need to use those the night of your show. Those cannot go into your hostess bank like your standard hostess benefits. So there's just a few little nuances to know and learn about a perk, but that's why, because it really is a perk for getting in the books early, getting your show done up front. And I think one that we don't talk about, Rebecca, is that they're getting their orders done way before anything goes on back order. You can
Yes.
start your wardrobe with the things that maybe it's really hot in your climate in August. Start with the pieces that you're going to wear in hot weather. And then if you get enough benefits, you can bank them and get those sweaters and jackets later on in the season before they go on back order.
Well, and it's always nice to have those set back to use for our new arrivals as well, because we'll have beautiful new pieces hitting in September and October that you could have a show in person early on. And if you've got some bank benefits, great. If not, it would be an ideal time to get people together virtually then later on in the season, because for one, they're going to see things at that later time that they didn't see before that were in the collection that you showed them in July and August, because we don't really look at sweaters when it's 100 degrees out, right? So I'm always surprised how many people in September and October and November, they see things and they're like, oh, is that new? Nope, I've had it since July. It's just you're ready to see it now. It's that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear type thing. But the other fun piece that Cabby is doing for this season is we've had a VI perk like this for several seasons, but it's been a limited selection of items. And this time you get to pick from the entire collection. So that's pretty extra special too.
Yeah, just make sure though that you try that piece on and make sure that you love it, because that one nuance is that it cannot be returned. So you just need to know that you're getting a like 65% off of an item is unheard of, especially with no limitations. And to Rebecca's point, sometimes they miss items because maybe you haven't seen the hostess in a while or somebody that's also attending the show and it was presented when you grabbed that glass of wine or you were visiting and it just you totally missed it. It really is. And speaking of our hostess benefits only get better, when Cabi first started, all hostess benefits were use or lose, all of them. And you had, as a hostess, you had to spend all your money and use all your discounts the night of the show. So they've even made that better, having that hostess bank. And if you don't know what the hostess bank is, maybe you're new to Cabi, it just means that you can use what's within your budget now, or as Rebecca said, use enough to get the pieces that are seasonally like what you want. And then we basically hold on to them in what we call a bank. And we allow you to use them clear through the end of the season. The only other nuance with that is that you will pay a shipping charge for those items after the show is over. But it's so minimal that, like, I can't even ship anything snail mail UPS, USPS for $7, and that's what our flat fee is. So it's incredible. So it's really amazing. And this perk, I am like, I love the fact that there you get the entire collection to choose from. That's
It's so
never
good.
heard of.
Mm-mm. No, it's if you've been thinking that you might like to gather some girlfriends in person or virtually, this is the season to do it. One, the collection is hands down amazing. And two, we've got even more special perks for you.
Yeah. And if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do August, like, oh, I'm going to miss out on this perk. Don't worry. There is always some really fun things coming. And if you're hosting in September or even October, you're still getting that 50% off plus the money just deducted. And really, like, you can't go wrong. One other way that we don't talk about very much, Rebecca, is the referral benefit. And I think that that's really important to cover as well because maybe you're not the gal, or maybe this is not the time of season for you to host. We all know life can get heavy, but maybe you have a girlfriend who really loves your wardrobe and she just has not been able to come to your show. If you can refer her to book a show and it's her very first show, she will get a bonus 50% off item and you will get a bonus 50% off item to be used the night of her show. And if she books it in August, she would also then qualify for that additional perk. So you're not going to be out anything. Maybe you don't want to host this season, but maybe you want that leopard coat. Just refer a show. You can get that leopard coat at 50% off. And that one is use or lose. So it's a great way to like plan a show date with your girlfriend, help her if you need to, guide her into how we do it, and you'll both be rewarded for that. So, I mean, the benefits just continue. And Rebecca, I'm sure you can concur, but I have women who host because one, they wouldn't be able to afford cabi, even though our price points are amazing if they didn't. But I also have, and this is actually more common, women that could afford cabi at full retail, but they love it so much that they love the perks, that they're like, I would be buying this anyway. I'm going to shop this anyway. So I'm going to share this with my friends and I'm going to get a discount. So I don't know anybody that doesn't like one. Did I started because I was one that couldn't afford, nor would I spend the money on myself because I had a young family and I hosted for 3 seasons and I was like, this stuff is awesome. And that's how I became a stylist. So what about you, Rebecca?
Yeah, well, I hosted for many, many years before becoming a stylist, and I just loved, and it was the one time two times a year, I loved using a spreadsheet because at my show, I would figure out what I couldn't live without until later on in the season, or the things that my stylist did not have on her sample line available in my size. And then I kept track of what I had in my favorites list. This was way before Cabi Tap ever came on the scene. So I had what I had in my favorites list, what I was ordering at my show, what I had reserved on her sample line, and what I still had to figure out how to get because, you know, I needed all the things.
Well, you just happened to mention one other benefit of hosting that kind of goes under the radar a little bit. And as Rebecca mentioned, we have a sample sale at the end of every single selling season. Because guess what? We have to clear out our racks and make room for the next season's inventory. And because we own our samples, Cabi then allows us to sell our pieces off that we've used for presentations at 50% off. But here's the deal. If you host, one of the perks that we provide is that you can pre-sell, like we will pre-sell those samples to you as a hostess before the rest of our clients get that option. So here comes strategy, right? This is what Rebecca's talking about. Maybe you earn 5 discounted items through Cabi at 50% off, but your wish list is 10 items long. Well, we don't think there's any reason you should pay full retail for those 10 items. So we will strategically help you go through our sample list. I have a Google Sheets that I link out to all of my hostesses. You can try them on the night of the show and then go through the Google Sheet and you get to put your name on it. The nuance to that is once your name on, it is considered sold because nobody else would be able to reserve it after you. And then at the end of the season, my hostesses get those items at 50% off before I announce my sample sell to the rest of the clientele. So we really, really want to partner with you. We really want to give you the best bang for your buck. And we appreciate your partnership and the referrals that you bring to us. So why wouldn't we go out of our way to make sure that you are taken care of? Do you have anything else to add to that, Rebecca?
No, just that you truly are our business partner, and we wouldn't have our businesses without our hostesses. So we just absolutely adore our hostesses.
And I personally want to take a minute to thank my hostesses. Um, Part of the reason why Cabi is such a viable business for me is there are ebbs and flows of life. And the last 6 months, I feel like I've been hit in the guts and punched across the face with just heavy, heavy life situations. And I have been able to step away and pull in the reins a little bit with my cabbie business, not because I wanted to, but truly out of necessity for my family's sake. And my family has always come first. And I would also want my hostesses to know that I understand if there's a season that you can't host or if something comes up, I only want the best for you. And it really is a relational business. And some of my hostesses are some of my most dear friends that I've been able to reach out to and call on. And hopefully they know that they could do that with me. But this business is about relationships way before it's about the close. And so I just want to thank you. If you are one of my hostesses, if you are a guest of mine, thank you for your continued support. I would not be able to pay my bills or help support my family without this, but it's because of this that my family is always first.
Couldn't have said it better, Amy.
All right. Well, we'll wrap this one up, and we're so thankful that you take the time to visit with us each and every Friday. We'll be back next week, and we'll probably have a sneak peek of fall 25 in hand for you. So here's hoping if my calendar dates are not off, we will be back with a few fall pieces. We'll talk to you soon, and until then, stay stylish, everyone.